What's up, Knicks Nation? Hopefully, you guys are having a good day as we convene on this blue and orange brunch. I ain't gonna lie. Now, off rip, I know Mikal Bridges is my client, but I am the objective fan. And I want to say this. The Mikal Bridges trade is beginning to look different now. We'll get into that. Of course, the Knicks right now, we discussed that their second seed hopes are pretty much diminished. Right now, they're in a position where they could even fall to the fourth seed. Do we have some things to be concerned about matchup-wise heading into this postseason? Of course, we got promoted on our off day. We could talk about that as well. And Deuce McBride, there's still a mystery as to what his availability will be tonight. Did we actually get good news, or are we still uncertain about Deuce McBride's return to the lineup? We're going to talk about that and more on this episode of the Blue and Orange Brunch. What's up, Knicks Nation? Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the... Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey, y'all, welcome to the show. Man, it's game day. I don't know why, but I guess I do know why, but every time it's game day, I just get super hyped, and I am excited that today is here, as we've been waiting to see what the Knicks will do since their loss to the Houston Rockets, all right? So before we get this show started, you know what we got to do before we cook with that hot grease? We got to get the likes up. It's very important to the algorithm that we continue to smash that like button. So if you hadn't hit it now, there's no better time to do it than now, all right? And of course, subscribe, because we know that in the last 28 days, well over 60+% of you guys are not subscribed. So subscribe now to help us close the gap. All right. And of course, we're on that road to 10,000 subscribers. And each time we reach a certain subscriber plateau, it unlocks a new milestone in our subscriber giveaway. And the first milestone is the 5K giveaway, where we will be giving away a rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. All you have to do is subscribe. No phone numbers, no emails, no campaigns. All you have to do is subscribe right here on YouTube, and you could win a rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. Bam, this one right here. We will mail it to you ourselves. All right, so help us close the gap, and we will do some more cool things like giveaways for you guys. So hopefully you guys are having a beautiful day. Let me see who's in the building. Salute to everybody in the building early. All right, continue to smash that like button. Uh-oh, my man Mongo Slade. What's good? LA Lakers in the building. Okay. I will be talking about a little bit about the Lakers today, Mongo, because I had some interesting run-ins with our opponent tonight, as I also will be previewing that Rockets-Knicks game. Big time salute to my man Mellow Mike in the building. What's good, Mellow Mike? Hopefully everything is all well. What are you going to do now, Mellow, that the G League is done? Big time salute to that ship is sailed. All right. Hopefully that's not the Knicks championship hopes. Big time salute to my man Khalil, one of the MVP donors. I see you, Khalil, in the building early. Of course, Tugboat Taylor in the place to be. Cleo, Killer B. All right. I see OKF Nation in the building. We formed like Voltron. Big time salute to OKF Nation. Of course, AP, the super mod. Uh-oh. My man AP said his Captain 11 mug just arrived today. Big time salute to that. Glad that you got your mug and hopefully you enjoy it. And yeah. By the way, since he said that, I never talk about the mugs anymore. Go get yourself a mug, man. We got the blue and orange brunch mugs. We also got the This Week Inside the NYK mugs. We got the Bodega Cat mug and the Captain 11 mug. Go get yourself a mug, man. You could hit the link tree. Everything that I have to offer is on my link tree. Linktree/the Objective Fan. That's the link in the description. And that you always see every time, all the time on the screen. So yes, go get yourself a mug. Thank you for that nice plug right there, AP. Glad your mug. By the way, he won the mug in the 24-hour fanathon. Now I was supposed to be doing another 24-hour stream. I'm gonna let y'all know. It's kind of like 50-50 chance we do it again, but we working out the details on that, because if I do it the next time, there's some things that technical things that I gotta work out. So and now we're just trying to make sure, our T's are across, the I's are dotted, to make sure when we're doing it, we'll work it out. But that's where he won. He got the mug from that. That was a contest that we were running. And by the way, you said it was a larger cup. That honestly is the medium size. And you could even get a bigger one. I think the biggest size is 20 ounces. All right. So big time salute to the chat. I do appreciate you guys. All right. So we're going to begin the show as how we always do. Right. We like to look at the scores from the previous night and assess exactly how these scores impact us. Bam. Should pop up now. So last night, some of our potential competitors in the first round faced off. Okay. We got the Heat and the Sixers. This was a big time game for Miami, because Miami, they're trying to establish themselves to at least get home court in that play-in. And right now, they did get a big time win against the Sixers. They're still behind the Sixers, but they're on the path to try to get some type of home court advantage in the play-in tournament. And the Atlanta Hawks beat the Boston Celtics. Now, a lot of us we could definitely cheer for that, but do understand, I think this was a game that the Celtics were throwing away, because I don't think Tatum played. Yeah, they had Shireman, Garza. By the way, I'm not having the Celtics debate, but this is a part of my this was a part of my argument. Look at these guys. There's no more Holiday and Horford. They got a bunch of guys that don't have no experience playing in key roles. This Shireman kid, who actually had a good game against us the last time we saw him, he only had 3 points and 2 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? So, the Celtics, I think they just was like, hey, whatever happens is a road game. Let's just rest, Tatum and all of that. And I just felt like that was a throwaway game for them. So Atlanta don't get too hyped. As far as the Suns and the Grizzlies, nobody really gives a damn about this game. But I guess it's good for the Grizzlies to stay competitive, as they're the sole team that possesses the 7th seed, and they'll probably hold on to that. As far as the Spurs and the Bulls, nobody gives a damn about that game. But I do, because I am debating the Brownsville Spurs fan. So I got to make sure I'm on my aim game. But the Spurs continue to play good basketball and getting the win there. The Timberwolves beat the Mavericks. Doesn't really matter, except to the Timberwolves, because they're trying to maintain a good positioning. Maybe trying to get to that 4th seed so they could have home court advantage in the potential showdown against the Denver Nuggets. That's going to be one hell of a playoff series. And then the Cavaliers beat the Jazz, as the Cavs continue to put the pressure on the Knicks. Okay? They get another win, of course, against the lowly Jazz. I didn't mean to click on the Jazz. There's no reason to ever click on the Utah Jazz. No offense to Utah, but the Jazz are trash. Anyway, then you have the Thunder and the Pistons. Honestly, y'all, even though the Thunder won the game, there's some elements about this game that we do have to kind of look at. That I listen. One thing about me, I'm not a hater, right? Even though I don't like Detroit. Well, I can't say I don't like Detroit. They don't like us. We beat them, so I don't really have a reason to not like the Pistons, right? But I will say that them holding the defending champions or losing in overtime, where you don't have your two best players, is hell of impressive to me. They put up a greater fight than we did. They put up a greater fight than we did without their two best players. Detroit playing some great basketball. Do I still think they're going to go far in the playoffs? I don't see them still getting past the second round, but Detroit is playing good basketball. So even though they lost, they took them to overtime without their two best players when we struggled with our entire team except Landry Shamet. Okay. Oh, we just got the injury report update. I just got an injury report update for tonight's game. We'll get to that in a second. And then the Lakers, they get smacked. They smacked the Wizards as the Lakers are looking to hold on to the first seed. Believe it or not, the Lakers got a better record than us. The Lakers have been on an incline. All right. The Lakers have been on an incline. So we're going to keep pushing forward. Now, these are tonight's games, right? We got the Knicks, okay, and the Rockets. And right now, the Knicks are the favorite, but we'll talk more about this. And then you got the Suns and the Magic. This is a big game for Orlando. They're trying to not be the 10th seed in the East, but I think they're going to be the 10th seed in the East. As far as the Hornet and the Nets, this is another big game for the Hornets as they try to create some separation between them and Orlando. Detroit, unfortunately, has another tough game tonight against the Raptors. I'm curious to see if how they look on the second night of a back-to-back. The Bucks and the Mavericks, nobody gives a damn about that game. The Cavaliers and the Lakers, tonight we are going to be Laker fans. We need the Lakers to beat the Cavs to keep that separation between us and Cleveland. And Cleveland has one of the easier schedules remaining. So the Lakers, we need Luka and LeBron and those guys to show up, and they are the favorites in this game. As far as the Trailblazers and the Clippers, this is a big-time game for both of these teams as they try to establish themselves in playing position. All right. So that's all for the standings. Continue to smash that like button. I'm for the standings, for the scores. I like to look at the previous night scores because, especially at this time in the season, it's all interrelated. So continue smashing that like button if you hadn't already on the way into the show. This is the Blue and Orange Brunch. And yes, we will be talking about Mikal Bridges and why I think the Objective fan. Uh-oh. Am I backtracking on my client? Am I leaving my client in the dust? Did I get fired by Mikal Bridges? We're gonna get to that. Let's start this off like this. Since we're talking about playoffs and different matchups, now a lot of people we're discussing, is this team, which team would you rather face, and should we try to avoid this team and all these things? I'm gonna say this. All right, I'm not sure why I'm lagging either. Anyway, so according to the Daily Knicks, they put out this article. It's called Knicks Daily Nightmare, Playoff Scenarios Becoming More Real by the Day. All right. So with less than 2 weeks left in the regular season, New York Knicks still sit at the number 3 spot. And I think that we talked about this yesterday. I think there's a great chance that we stay number 3, meaning they could play the number 6 seed in the first round. The Hawks currently occupy that spot, but just a half game lead over the Sixers, right? A team that's hitting their stride at the right time. What do you think? Do you think we're going to get a rematch between us and the Philadelphia 76ers? Hey, this is another team that doesn't like us. so to speak. This is another team, a first round foe who we beat. So when you think about it, and if you look at the playoffs, every damn team that's in the playoffs we beat. We beat everybody in the goddamn playoffs. They all hate us. We beat Detroit. We beat Boston. We beat Cleveland. We beat Philadelphia. They all hate us. They all coming for our necks. They're like, I can't stand them goddamn New York Knicks. All of those guys, we beat them all. So they got extra motivation to want to see us. And, oh, yeah, I need those Knicks. And they think that we the softest touch. They think that out of Detroit, Boston, and us, we're the weakest link. That's what they all think. So they're all gunning to try to get that number 6 spot. That's what they're all gunning for, right? If they could get in the 4 or 5, that's even better. But I don't think that, I even with Cleveland, I think that Cleveland has a better look than we have in terms of, I think people would put Cleveland ahead of us. In fact, when they, who was that? Can't remember who it was. They have an article talking about the 6 threats to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Knicks are merely an honorable mention. That's it. They had the Cleveland Cavaliers as one of the 6 teams, and they were like number 4 on the list. So what do you think about these Sixer matchup, man? I like it. I think that I would love to double down against Joel Embiid. While the Sixers are more dangerous with Paul George, 100% fact. I'm going to say this. When you look at the fact that, well, even though our defense hasn't been as great in recent times, I'm putting my faith on the Knicks defense, being able to weather the gap, weather the storms. They play slow and doofy basketball with Joel Embiid, which I think will benefit us. They play faster without him. Maxi's beep beep. He's at a track meet. I think them slowing down the game benefits us. And then I think we have the ability to pick up the pace and put pressure on them on the glass, and then put Joel Embiid in position to have to defend. So I like the matchup. And then Brunson, you know, any matchup where, you know, Jalen Brunson has to play defense, I'm concerned. But I think against the Sixers, I take my odds with Edgecombe because this is his first time in the postseason. I'm skeptical about young players in their first playoff appearances. Usually it takes a couple of years for them to get right, you know? So I'm not concerned about the Sixers. In fact, I don't think I'm really concerned about any team that we realistically will see at that 6 seed. I think that stylistically we'll be okay. Because it's all about the style. Like a boxer, we say styles make fights. Basketball, you can kind of say the same thing. All right? But yeah, all of these teams hate us. Right now, I think Atlanta takes the spot, though. And that's the team I want. Why do you think I want the Atlanta Hawks the most at that 3rd seed? The reason why I want the Hawks the most is because they beat us the last time we played them in the playoffs. I need my lick back. Now, I know what. I think Mitchell Robinson's the only player on the team from that time. So it's not like the players are going to hold that animosity. But us as fans, I think we'll hold it, even though Trae Young is not there. And plus, like I said, I love the Dyson Daniels matchup. I call Dyson Daniels Jalen Brunson's food because he doesn't have a prayer's chance in hell of getting double-digit games, multiple double-digit games against Jalen Brunson. He just doesn't, he's not a scorer. That's just not his game. So if I could have Jalen Brunson resting on defense, that's an easy series for me. What makes Jalen Brunson's job harder is when he's on a matchup where he actually has to play some defense. Like Charlotte. Like against the Charlotte Hornets, you're going to have to play defense. But against the Atlanta Hawks with Dyson Daniels, we could rest Jalen Brunson. So I'm curious to know what you guys think about that. And also, let's see where I want to go. All right, let's go to this other article about the East. Since we're going to stick with the playoffs, right? And then after this, I'll open up the phone lines, 646-995-8389. I'm curious to know if you guys can guess where I'm going with this Mikal Bridges trade looks different now. Did I abandon my client? I'm curious to know if y'all know where I want to go. Because I'm going to a very particular, straightforward, direct place. And I'm curious to know what you guys think about that. But I do going to touch on this because this was the biggest news on the night yesterday. And why not touch on it now? Big time salute to the boys in orange and blue. For the fourth time in the last 5 years, the Knicks have clinched a playoff spot. Not a play-in spot, a playoff spot. That's one hell of a feat. The last time this was done was the 90s. The last time we clinched 4 playoff spots in a row definitely was the 90s. So big time salute to Leon Rose for getting that done. I don't think Melo's Knicks did it. I know we did 3 years for sure. Did they do 4 years with Amari? I'm not sure if Amari went to the playoffs. Could look that up. I don't remember Amari going to the playoffs by himself, but we could look it up though. Let's look it up. If I'm off on that, I'd take that. But to get promoted on your day off, it always feels good. You know, Knicks didn't have to work for it. You know, they disallowed, I think it was the Philadelphia loss, for us to be able to clinch that spot. 1, 2, 3. And yep, 90s. Yep. So Melo did it 3 times. So to all the people who don't like Melo, we shouldn't have traded these guys for Melo. What did we do? We went to the playoff 3 years in a row with Melo, for the record. We didn't go to the playoffs before Melo, and we damn sure struggled after Melo left to get to the playoffs. All right. So Leon Rose, he's doing his thing. I could never take away any credit from Leon Rose, even though he made mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. That's life. The Oklahoma City Thunder, everybody makes goddamn mistakes. But I'm going to say this. I'm beyond the point of cheering, getting, yay. I'm beyond the point of cheering for a playoff berth. Okay? And so, I don't give a damn about that. We'd seen this in the 90s. Is this just going to be another 90s run where we just make the playoffs? No championships? I need to get to that ring because I'm telling you right now, it's only going to get harder. It's not going to get easier. Next year, we don't get better unless we make that move that a lot of you guys don't want us to make. But I think that the boys in orange and blue can still do some good things no matter how bad or how good we think this team could be, because some of us are optimistic still. But I know we're harping off 2 losses once again. Oh, man. We lost to Oklahoma and Charlotte. Oh, no. Oh, man, we're going to be doomed in the playoffs. 2 teams that we more than likely probably won't see in the playoffs. But we're going to be doomed in the playoffs for 2 regular season losses. Haven't you learned your lesson when we lost to the Clippers? We didn't even play the Knights game, and I'm going to get to that. But could we at least give this team a chance? I'm going to be here. Listen, When the summer comes, I'm not going to stop doing content. I promise. I'm going to be doing content during the summertime. All right? So if we lose, you could then come and say, Tibbs is this and Mike Brown. But let's not throw away our season for the regular season or our playoffs for the regular season. So Knicks became the third team to secure a spot in the playoffs. Regardless of what happens, we're going to be in the postseason, right? More than likely top 4. Boston lost to Atlanta on Monday, so now we're 2 games behind the Celtics. We win tonight, we gain ground. So now we're only 2 losses behind Boston. Remember, I told you, all we need is for Boston to lose. What was it? What was the magic number I said? 3 games? Yeah. So now it's just 2 games. All we need is Boston to lose 2 games. That is the magic number. We can still get the 2 seed. A lot harder, but we can still get it. Let's not give up on that. But regardless of what happens, we can't finish no worse than 6. Boston lost to Atlanta, right? New York is a game and a half ahead of Cleveland, right? And so, good season. I'm not gonna say great. Well, a lot of us don't really care for the cup, so it is what it is. But listen, this is what we'll do. We're gonna open up the phone lines in a second, but until we do, continue to smash that like button. We still cooking with hot grease. We need to get the likes up. It's very important to the algorithm. Big time salute to my man Tugboat Taylor in the building. I do see you. All right. Big time salute to everybody in the building. My man Dante, OKF Nation, we form like Voltron. Ooh, I just came up with as you guys continue smashing that like button, I just want to let y'all know something. I just came up with a fire unfiltered thought. I'm trying to think if I should just record this because I kind of want to get this out now. But I'm going to do an unfiltered thought on Big Bodega Cat. It's going to be a follow-up to yesterday's video about Brunson dribble, which was another great video. Definitely go watch it because that video I was testing to see what the people's thoughts were, but then I dropped some stats. I'm gonna drop some more stats in this next unfiltered thought. Unfiltered thoughts are members only videos. So I'm gonna do that, but it's gonna be a follow-up to that video and to that one stat I'm concerned about with Karl Anthony Towns. So look at my man Khalil. Me and him was chopping it up, and he made me want to go in a little further on that topic because he responded with some information. And so yeah, look out for that, channel members. Also, while I'm talking about channel members, let me do this before I get to the calls as well. I want to give a big time salute to the MVP donors on this channel. I spread love. That's how I came up. It's the Brooklyn way. So I always got to show love to the people who show love to me. So I want to give a big time salute to the MVP donors. My homie, my friend, my man. I never met him in real life, but he's still a great guy. My man AP. This guy is like one of the top MVP donors. Okay. Big time salute to my man CW Flash. All right. Big time salute to you. My man, No Clock J-Tap, OKF Nation Plus, one of the longest OKF Nation Plus members on the channel. And he's one of the first mod. Of course, Khalil, my man. All right, one of the super MVP donors. We call him No Clock Khalil. All right. Of course, my man. Oh man, should I say my man Knicks will be champs, or should I say UConn will be champs? According to him, UConn will be champs. Big time salute to him. I appreciate your support, my man. And he's also OKF Nation, Knicks Tape Madness Discord server, one of the first channel mods too. Big time salute to my man LD, D from LA. And of course, my man Mellow Mike, the Westchester correspondent. Big time salute to you, Mellow Mike. I'm curious to know what you're going to do now that we don't have no more Westchester Knicks games. Big time salute to my man, Mr. Knicks 101. New York Demon, okay? And of course, some of the people from the other teams also support the show. I got to give a big time salute to my man from Boston, No Strays. Of course, No Clock Tugboat Taylor. I appreciate your support, OKF Nation Plus. And my man Walter White. Big time salute to my man Walter White. I do appreciate you. New York City salute. And of course to the Cash Appers, my man Khalil's another one, big time Cash App as well. But my man Ty, another opposing team fan, but always shows love. My man from Brooklyn, the Bronzeville Spurs fan. We do got that debate coming. Of course, Ty and Rock as well. These guys are the #1 callback dudes. They always call them back. All right, my man Jawan, I see you. My man Jay, okay, big time salute to you. King from Brooklyn, of course. Got to represent Brooklyn all day, every day. Rico Smith, and my last one is my man Lawrence from St. John. Lawrence, where you at, St. John's? Hold up. Where's St. John's at? I ain't see St. John's this day. We had a bet too. I don't remember the details of the bet, but yo, the man with Ghost. Ever since our beloved, because I used to go to St. John's too. Even though I'm riding with Duke, I used to go to St. John's. Okay. And big time salute to my man Ty as well for joining the channel, getting down with OKF Nation. All right. My man Joe. Is that Joe? Oh, yeah. Joe the Lion. Big time salute to you. My man Dante. Welcome to OKF Nation. Main Source. Welcome to OKF Nation. Okay. My man Felix. Welcome to OKF Nation. And big time salute to Cleo. Becoming No Clock Cleo and upgrading to OKF Nation. Okay. Big time salute to Thinkers Think. All right. Is that MNY? Big time salute to you. Okay. Coach. Is that Coach? Coach Malpika. Big time salute to you. All right. Sorry, the font is mad small. I'm looking at ABK. Big time salute to you. Alvaro Orion, big time salute to you. And of course, my man Grady High School. Welcome to the channel membership. All right, that's all. I just had to give a big time salute to the MVP donors, the people who show love to the channel. We always show love to them. By the way, these are the call-up show rules. Each call, 3 minutes. You hear that, let's go, you better get cooking. The host will say that let's go, and then the buzzer sound, of course, and when the call is over. So hit the lines. Another thing too, and I got to update the slide. I will, but if I miss your call, I will call back. So don't fret if I miss your call. And then we also have the call back option. After your first 3-minute call, you could always send in a donation, a $5. We call it the $5 call back. We'll get you back on the line. Okay. So call up 646-995-8389. Phone numbers on the screen, and everything is always in the description as well. If you guys, if you need it, but call up, and yeah, let's get the lines popping and open. Let's see who called already. And I always call back in the order that people call. So if I miss your call, that's how it's gonna go. Wait, hold on. We got number 9 in the building.
Number nine is in the building. What's going on?
Oh Lord, wait. Number 9. What did I do to get you to call up today? What did I say wrong? Did I do something?
You know
What's
what?
up?
You didn't even do nothing, because I ain't talked to you since before you were saying Duke was going all the way, and then y'all took that heartbreaking game winner. It reminded me of Hallie when he played y'all, what he did to choke side, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, let's just move past that. Anyway, what's going on?
So the Pistons lost to OKC last night in overtime.
Yes.
SGA was having his famous, one of his famous games where he's getting all the calls and shooting a million free throws, and Dennis Jenkins was going to the hole and getting fouled, and they just holding the whistle like it never happened. And I was thinking, like, with everybody, all the coaches, all the opposing coaches, everybody complaining about SGA and the way he gets his whistles, y'all real familiar with that having Jalen Brunson in New York off these foul baiting, issues and everything. One
I
of the
got a
most.
question. When's the last
Go
time
ahead, go
Jalen
ahead,
Brunson
go ahead.
got 20 free? When did Jalen Brunson get 20 free
I
throws?
ain't say see, I
Come
didn't
on.
say he was as bad as SGA, but he's one of the notorious ones in the league. I ain't saying he SGA, but he is a foul baiting player. Anybody who watches basketball know Jalen Brunson is looking to get that foul call when he does anything, when he touches the ball. So I was just
That's
saying,
cap. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you get it off. That's cap. But go ahead.
how do you feel as Knicks fans watching SGA get away with a lot of this stuff and then turn a blind eye to the way Jalen Brunson plays basketball and looks to foul bait the way he does? I mean, Jalen Brown and everybody done called him out on it, so we ain't gonna act like it ain't there. So I just wanted to hear your opinion on it.
Yeah, I think that the narrative is a bunch of cap. I don't think that Jalen Brunson is notorious. When Jalen Brunson gets fouled, he gets beat up. Remember, he's only 6'2". These guys are all bigger than him. He getting thrown to the floor. SGA get tapped.
I'm not denying that. That is a fact.
No.
And I couldn't. that was the worst I done seen last night. And I'm not even a hater. I'm like, okay,
right.
we know you get the superstar calls. That's been going on since the beginning of time, Michael Jordan and everybody else.
Right.
But you breathe look
at
him wrong.
Right.
That whistle is getting blown.
Right. I think that's the difference with Brunson. Right. And also another thing, too, with Brunson being smaller, it also looks more malicious, too. Like if you push SGA, yeah, he could fall and all of that. But Brunson is a smaller guy. So if you hit Brunson with that same force,
bop and the falling a million times like he Dwayne Wade and getting back up, we all know the antics, Brunson. We all know.
Nah, it's different though. It's different.
Know.
It's different, man. Like, SGA gets yeah. So that's why I don't feel that way. I hear you. Good. You nice try. I hear you. Nice try.
That's all I had. I ain't had much smoke with y'all today, but that's all I had.
Big time. And I said, yo, Detroit, I gave y'all credit. I said y'all went to overtime with them without your two best players. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, we was missing a plethora of guys last night. We ain't had so I mean, but yeah, Detroit gonna fight. We gonna show our grip. That's why I said this without Cade is really a blessing in disguise because it's giving players the opportunity to show what we got. So when he gets back, we know what we got.
Okay. All right, number 9. I appreciate you, family.
All right, 100.
Big time. That's number 9 from Detroit. Uh-oh, Trey from Queens. What's going on, family?
Yeah, what's good, man? Yo, look, that other caller, he threw me off. I had topics, but now I'm going to start here. SGA and Brunson. All right, hold on. SGA better enjoy this little time that he's having because Harden was doing all of the same stuff. He had like 3 different ways that he would bake these calls. He lived at the free throw line, and then out of nowhere, the league complained so much that it was so obvious. And by the time he got to the Nets, he was like, damn, where my calls at? They stripped him of all of them. Now you got to play ball. So
good point.
SGA, have fun with it while you got it now because we could say, yo, the ref's getting paid or I don't know what's going on. But SGA, they are making sure you can't touch this boy. And I'm not going to just say the refs is getting paid, but I do know he just got MVP in the chip. And maybe they like this the new face of the league since John Morant messed it up. Let's make sure he get in. I don't know. I'm not going to blame that, but I do know that it's not just the Knicks, bro. Like you can't touch him.
It's everybody.
It's everybody. And it's sickening, but I've been telling people, I'm like, don't worry. He can't. The league, they're not going to allow nobody to just get a. They even stopped with remember LeBron, the king of the league. You couldn't touch him. And he's stronger than everybody. After a while, they're like, nah, bro, I don't care. Stop crying. So to all the crybabies like myself, yo, we ain't got to deal with this forever. SGA, they're not going to just let him run amok for 10 years doing this. And now that everybody's complaining so much and it's so obvious, his time span with getting away with this is shorter than we think.
Yep, that's a fact.
Forgot a few of my other points, but I want to go to this while I got time. Knicks fans, listen, we got a few games left. Stop worrying about the second or the third. Listen, as long as we get in, whoever we got to line up with, man up, and we're gonna get them out of there if we worthy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
let's not overplay our starters chasing games. You know, we lost some games we should have won. Plain and simple. Let's get over it. The playoffs around the
Facts.
corner. Let's not overplay Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Let's not overplay Cat. We already beat up going into the playoffs already. So let's just try to
Yeah.
keep what we got. Don't play Mitch too long. Play him 19 minutes. Let the chips fall where they may. And when we get in the playoffs, then it's wartime. We see what we about. Giannis got shut down, so he has a whole 8 months to recover and heal his Achilles. So and hopefully we put out a good demo to where he's still
Let's go.
interested. You understand what I'm saying? So he's still interested because
Bingo.
because these playoffs, somebody else might strike his attention.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody attracted to the same situation, the same girl, the same thing forever. Things could change overnight. So, you know, let's play. Let's just go in with as many soldiers as we can, and let's stop complaining about everything else. And shit, that part my language. That's my time. I'll call you tomorrow, boy.
Big time, Trey. I appreciate that. Great call.
You're ready.
All right. It's my man Trey from Queens in the building. If I miss your call, I'm calling back. All right. I'm calling back. Be mindful. 646-995-8389. Why do you think I think the trade looks different from Mikal Bridges? I'm going to get to that in a second. Also got to talk about that game as well. There's some updates we got to get to. All right. If this person answers. If not, we're going to keep it moving. All right. Call back. All right. Everybody gets allowed one call. So as long as you didn't on the air, you could call back. What's good? What's good, D?
What's Gucci?
Hey, man. Yo, it's game day. What say you? Where you go? Could you take a guess as to why I think that the Mikal Bridges trade looks different?
Let's go.
Could you?
I'm gonna
Curious
try
to see where you're going. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Do you think?
Let me start with this first though. I must be watching the wrong sport because I keep hearing people say foul baiting with Shea. Shea doesn't need to foul bait. He just gets calls. Period. He doesn't have to put in any effort like everybody else does. We're gonna get to a point once where Shea is on the bench. They're gonna call a foul and just tell him to come in the game and shoot free throws. It's ridiculous at this point. I watched the game yesterday. Obviously, we watched the game before. He doesn't have to put in any effort doing any foul baiting. That's behind him. He just literally just wakes up and gets foul shots. We don't care about that. We're over that at this point. Now let's talk about Mikal Bridges. Would you trade 5 picks for Aaron Gordon?
Hell no. I'm not trading 5 picks for nobody.
Okay. Now here's the question. Would you trade 5 picks for current Karl-Anthony Towns?
Hell no.
It's current in the next 2 years, right? No salaries matter. It's just the 2 players. Who would you pick to add to your roster? You get a free spot. Mikal Bridges or Karl-Anthony Towns?
I'm taking Towns.
Okay. So clearly, if Towns is not worth 5 picks in the next 2 years, clearly Mikal Bridges was never worth 5 picks. Right? But here's the thing, though. That's not a Mikal problem. That's not a Mikal problem. That is Leon Rose. And
bingo.
It's always been Leon Rose, though. Always been Leon Rose.
The fans don't act like it, though. They all talk about my client. They keep getting on it.
It's always been Leon Rose. And another thing that we got to kind of not try to rewrite history. Yes, when it happened, a lot of us were skeptical, like, bro, this is a lot. But we did see some of the logic behind it. And we understood that his max should have been maybe 3 picks, but we knew that one pick went to the Brooklyn Knicks tax, and then the other pick was for like the Nova tax. We kind of knew what was happening then. So let's not act like we don't really know. But it still comes down to Leon Rose, though. Now, 2, what I think is going to have to resolve this. All that matters to me now is, as far as this Mikal Bridges trade value is concerned, is how long is Leon Rose going to be here? Because if I think overall Leon Rose has done an amazing job. Overall, right? Are there things that he's done questionable? But he's done an amazing job overall. Late picks, his acquisitions. I think he's the best trade deadline GM. But now, This all comes down to how long he's still here, though. Because if we don't win a championship, a lot of people are going to push to this as the reason why, or at least one of the major reasons. If he gets a chance to be the same kind of front office or organization that went from Brad Stevens to Ime to Mazzulla, like a long-term San Antonio Spurs kind of organization, then we won't really have to worry about this Mikal Bridges trade for too long, because I think he will have enough time to, recover and at least win something. But if this is short-term, though, a lot of people are going to point back to this. But it's nothing to do with Mikal Bridges, though. It's all Leon Rose, because he pulled the trigger. And, for whatever reasons, some positive, hopefully it doesn't turn out negative, but it's Leon Rose's job, though. It's all on
Thank you.
Rose.
Thank you, D. Thank you for putting the right perspective and context. We got to go at that man, Leon Rose.
I love the dude. It is what it is. He's not above criticism at all. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Nobody is.
Facts. No doubt.
Big time salute, family. Right. It's my man D from LA. Can you guess why I'm saying he didn't really guess? But no, that's not the reason. Big time salute to my man AP on the super chat. Never seen Brunson get 25 free throws, but I have seen him get black eyes. Facts. Thank you, AP. That's a fire super chat right there. Let me say this, AP. It's not like what he just said. It's not what SGA is doing. It's the refs, bro. It's like a mandate to call if you touch the brother. I was never a foul merchant guy. It's not about the foul merchant. It's about the refs and the agenda. What it seems like you breathe on the guy. Now, yes, I'm not really a conspiracy guy. I like to have fun with stuff like that. Oh, the NBA cheat code. I love that. That's really me having fun. But at the same time, right? We can't act as though SGA, he's in a small market. They need all the help they could get. They only got 600,000 people, right? So, like what the caller said, we've seen this with Jordan. We've seen this with a lot of the greater players or the best players, the MVPs, where they get favorable calls. I think what also helps SGA, besides the conspiracy part, is that he's aggressive going to the basket a lot. And he shoots a lot of shots, right? So you add that, of course, there's going to be a propensity for him to draw more fouls. But sometimes the refs they blow the whistle on ridiculous, like you just saw, like not even things that really impact the shot negatively, they still call the foul. All right, so continue smashing that like button. It's very important. All right, the phone lines are hot. Once again, I want you to take a guess as to why do you think I feel differently about my client, Mikal Bridges, and the trade and the pitch. Because y'all know that I'm somebody, to the people that watch me, I was never someone that made it a big deal about the picks. I never did. So I'm curious to know if you guys who call up, if you guys can guess that. Plus, we also got to get into this game tonight. There's some updates with the game that we definitely have to discuss. All right. And we will get to that. So continue smashing that like button and keep the calls coming. Once again, I'm returning the calls in order. All right. So I'm going to try this person because they called back. All right. 646-995-8389. And by the way, if you can't call up, you could always send in a donation and I will return your call, right? I will treat your message in place of a phone call. What just happened to the line? Sometimes the line gets so jammed up, I don't even see the call missed. It just shows up as missed. Let's see if this person answers. Hopefully they do. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. And yeah, we're talking about a lot. The Mikal Bridges trade. Why is it different? Why? What happened? What's causing it to be different? Hello, caller. State your name and let the people know where you're calling from.
Who's this?
This is the Objective Fan. You're live on the air.
What's happening, man, bro? What's going on, nephew?
What's going on? How you feeling, family?
Man, I'm pretty
Who am I
barefoot
talking
square.
to, brother?
You know, the only time we go to the Barclays is for what?
Oh yes.
Watch
So
boxing.
hold on. Is this Henry?
This is Sam. Yeah, same one. We talk the
I got you.
graveyard and all that, bro.
I got you. For some reason, it's saved like government name saved. It ain't saved like my homeboy saved. But I got you, Henry. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm the one with the knee-high socks.
No, I remember the conversation. No, I remember
Listen,
you. I'm
bro,
just saying the way it's saved on my list.
Worried, but like I
Let's
said
go.
before, no disrespect. And to it's a shout out to my boy up there in Mount Vernon. Who raised you? You remember when I was telling you about that boy McBride? Man,
Yes.
listen, he should have never even came back, to tell you the truth. Okay? He should have never came back.
Whew.
You understand?
That's tough, man.
And
That's tough.
Number two, how can he let this other dude, Alvarado, shoot more than? I mean, he was shooting the ball all night. Towns maybe set the. I looked at that and said, who gave this guy the green light to shoot that ball? Who gave?
Hey, who do you think gave it? Who gave it? Who gave it? Let's say it. Who gave him the green light? Who gave it?
Huh?
Who gave him the green light?
I don't know who gave him the green light to shoot that ball more than Towns.
Come on, don't. You know who gave him the green light.
I know who gave him the green light, but why?
Say it.
But
no,
why?
You gotta say it, brother. We gotta expose it. This is what I do on this channel. We gotta keep it real.
The coach told him to do that.
Thank you, Mike Brown, and not just Mike Brown, the collaboration between he and Leon Rose. They greenlit Jose Alvarado to take the shots. Let's go, brother. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I mean, I had to get that out my system. But it's like I said, I'm not still worried yet. But
of course,
but the games we should win these, man. We're gonna have to win all of these, if you ask me. See, but them trying to get up to the number two for the number 2 spot and all that, they ain't gonna catch Boston, man. I'm telling you,
too little, too late.
If they drop to the 4th seed, okay, cool. They may stand a chance. And this is real.
You
talk,
saying
man.
You saying we need to drop?
Yeah, we need to drop because
you spooky in the woods right now, man. Come on.
We're gonna lose these last couple of games that we supposed to win. Trying to catch Boston.
Come on. Oh man, we can't. I can't co-sign that, man. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you rock.
Bro, we can't catch Boston. Ain't no sense in trying to catch Boston.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
all
now
we need is them to lose 2 more losses. That's it. They get 2 more losses. We right there.
Excuse me, but now we have to rely on Boston losing and we winning. You see what I'm saying? It's a double-headed sword. And for like I said before, we should shake up that starting lineup, man, from the 2 to the 5. Shake it up. I'm telling you, I told you that before. Shake up that lineup, man. So if the coach told Alvarado to shoot that ball over Towns, so what's that telling us about Towns? See, what's the name got rid of Towns for a reason. You should ask them why they got rid of that dude. Because if he's all that, which he is,
I appreciate you, Henry, man.
That couldn't mash.
I got you, Henry. I appreciate you, family. Thank you for the call. I got you not locked in now. Now I'm knowing who you is. I changed the name from just Henry, straight Henry. All right, big time.
Yes.
Got you, family.
You be good to yourself, man, and one love, man, all day, man.
Thank you.
On.
Big time salute.
Salute.
Right. It's my man, Henry. Yeah, man. I love my man, Henry, because I remember talking with him. We talked about the Barclays, the Brooklyn stuff. But nah, dog, I can't co-sign that. Sorry, family. I can't co-sign it, man. Okay. Trying to see where I'm at. I got OKF Nation in the building. I missed your call. I am doing callbacks. Miss your call. I am doing callbacks.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? My man, Yuri. OKF Nation. Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. Where are we going?
So I want to talk about the OKC game because I heard a lot of comments on it. All I'm going to say is this. The reason why SGA gets the calls he wants to get, even though it pisses off half the fan base off, is because he is aggressive to the room, and he can make you look stupid.
Yeah, he does.
And all the players in the league, including some of the coaches, cannot figure out how to stop it, including Mike Brown.
That's facts.
I think at some point there's going to be new rules that SGA is going to make famous. And a lot of people are going to have to accept it for what it is.
Okay. What's that?
Now, and one of those rules is the push-off rule, right? I think that's good. We've seen Brunson do it. We've seen Shea do it. I think we've seen a few other players do it, like Edwards do it. Do I think it's going to get called on him? Not on SGA, obviously.
No.
But there are going to be more rules in place, Karan, for it.
Well, I hope, man. Damn.
They're just abusing it like it's nobody's business. That even goes for Brunson, too.
But not as bad as, because, all right, I got you, but I feel like SGA gets the whistle more so than baiting. I think it's just more so him getting the whistles.
Like what? If you look up the stats, Brunson's like 20th in free throws.
Right, exactly. I wouldn't put Brunson in that class because Brunson get beat up, dog. Like, you get to see it. He's small.
Second thing, prayers for Deuce, because thank God he's not even injured. That was nasty. He's questionable, quote unquote.
You seen the newest update? Because it was a new update. I'm gonna see if I get that.
What's the update?
Okay, do your talk. I don't want to stop you.
So
I get it.
This is what I learned. That Deuce was doing the shoot around. He was okay.
Right.
I saw a comment that someone was lip reading. He's like, I can't walk. Now he's questionable again. I don't know, Karan. Something's fishy about that.
Well, that's good news. It's good news. If what you're saying is true, because I see questionable still, that's great. Great news. He shouldn't play.
Nah, I don't think so. I would play him in the last week of the season.
Right.
Yeah. Let the Knicks get through this last week.
Right. We good.
Third thing, I don't care if the Knicks are on a losing streak right now. They clinched the playoff spot.
Yep. We got promoted on our off day, Yuri. We got promoted on our off day.
Exactly. Fans need to realize that we're in a timeline where the Knicks are going to the playoffs almost every single damn year now. And we haven't seen that for the last decade and a half.
Yep.
Yes, has it been pretty? No. Has it been a roller coaster? Hell yeah. But can we at least see how this team does in this year's playoffs before we blow it up?
Thank you, Yuri. That's all I'm saying, Yuri. Why we can't wait to see what it looks like?
I get it. Has Cat looked lost? Yes. Has Mikal looked lost as of late? Yes. Has Jalen Brunson do Jalen Brunson things? Dribble? Yes.
Right.
Has OG been inconsistent? Yes. Has Mikal been inconsistent? Yes. Has the whole team been inconsistent as a whole? Yes.
100%, Yuri.
But have they still maintain a top 3 seed as of right now?
Bingo.
Yes. They clinched the playoff spot. That's why a sustainable winning culture is built. Thank you for having my talk.
Big time, Yuri. I appreciate you. Just to double down on what Yuri was saying, in the end of the season, we lost 3 of our last 5 games. I know we already had the 3rd seed clinched by this point, but we wasn't playing our best basketball going into the postseason last season. And this is the team, oh man, we got to be like we was last year, according to that Stephen A. Smith. Oh, they don't have what they had last year. Last year, going into the postseason, we lost to San Antonio, Charlotte. At the time, they were under 500 teams. Then we lost to the Clippers, right? Then we had a little 3-game winning streak. Milwaukee, Portland, Philly. Cool, right? But then we lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Again, we got smacked by the Cleveland. We didn't just lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers. We got smacked by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then we beat Atlanta and we beat Phoenix, 2 teams that were under 500. Then we lost to Boston, Detroit, and Cleveland again. That's how we started last year's playoffs. We win 7 games in a row, lose 2 games, and we still got 7 more games to go. And y'all are willing to throw away the season because y'all don't remember last season. This is why y'all need to get y'all 82 nights now. You need to get your 82 nights now. Get your 82 nights now. Matter of fact, that's a great segue. By the way, big time salute to Cleo on the Cash App. I appreciate you, Cleo. Thank you for your support. OKF Nation Plus. No clock, Cleo. I see you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me show you. Let me tell you why you need to get the game night, the playoff edition. This is the latest edition, playoff only edition. Okay, we getting ready to mail out. I think the end of this week we get ready to mail out all the pre-orders. All right. So this is what you need to do. You need to go check out my link tree. Everything is on my link tree, by the way. My email address, my other social media platforms, everything we offer, the mugs, the merch, everything is there. Okay. But look, I just want to tell you something. You want to know what's crazy about the playoffs? Years from now, we remember the moments, the shots, the comebacks, the rivalries. We remember all the major moments. You ain't missing the layup. Reggie Miller choke symbol. But we forget the details. You just seen it in real time. I went back and I told you what this team was doing last year. We were playing nasty basketball heading into the postseason last season. But that's why I created Game Night, the playoff edition. It's a postseason journal where you can track each series, write down your prediction, document game experiences, and record the entire playoff run. So instead of just watching history happen, you can actually document it. If you want one, the link is in the description. Also on the screen, Linktree/TheObjectiveFan. This is the final day for the sale. All right? The final day. We in the final, 48 hours? Oh, no. Well, today's the 31st. Tomorrow's the 1st. That's the final day. That's it. Okay? The final day. So you better get it now because the sale will be over. Free shipping. Okay? On sale. And it arrives to your door before the postseason begins. All you have to do is go to the link tree to place your order now to expand your basketball mind beyond the horizon. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys inside of the 82 Nights Club. All right? But yeah, all the people talking about last season as if it was so glorious under Coach Tibbs, they were playing terrible basketball last season. Terrible going into the playoffs. In fact, that was the concern last season. Oh, man, I don't know. Knicks don't look good going into the postseason, man. Damn, oh, man, they losing the games. And then they're supposed to win this. They lost to Boston twice. No, they lost to Cleveland twice and Boston in the same stretch. What are we talking about? The playoffs, listen, that's a different monster. And I think that you can't write this team off. If the one thing this team showed you is that you just cannot write them off. So continue to smash that like button. I'm going to get back into the phone lines and take some more calls. And y'all still need to guess why. Okay, I'm going to take a couple of more calls and then I'm going to talk about Mikal and then we'll talk about the game. Okay, tonight. All right, and I'm going to give you what my thoughts are. Hold on, let me just 2 seconds. I am doing callbacks. All right. Continue to smash that like button. If you didn't like the video, very important that you do. Get my man Sean in the building. 646-995-8389. What's good, Sean? How you feeling?
What's going on, Karan? What's going on?
Hey, man, it's game day. I'm curious to know if you're going to try to guess why I look differently at the Mikal Bridges picks. What say you? Where you want to go?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with this. You know, this is my favorite word: consistency.
Uh-oh.
This team needs consistency, and that's where we're lacking. But to your question first, with the Mikal, I think the trade is getting a little questionable now. It's because we did it with a home team, with a little brother team. And what we gave up for and what we getting back. As in saying, Mikal play has not been worthy of 5 picks. Do I care about the 5 picks? No, because it's 6th, 8th, and maybe 9th graders that we're talking about. I'm more so mad is what we getting back in return.
Do you
Mikal
know
is
the
not.
two players really quickly that were drafted already from the trade? Do you know the two guys?
It
Two players
was
were drafted.
Nolan trade and
Yep, he's
oh
one.
man. And what's his name? Dior?
Nah, but
I want to
listen,
say.
I'm gonna tell you like this. It's
Okay.
cool. You got the first half. Let's let them figure it out. The people who don't like let's let them figure it out. Please don't Google it. The only reason why I'm asking you this, by the way, is to show you that if you don't know the players that were drafted already,
Right.
you might be just making this a bigger deal. Because the one pick that I think that can bite us is the 31. Because you don't know how good you're gonna be in 2031. You don't know how good you're gonna be. You could be, man, shoot, in the lottery again. And now you don't have your pick. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you go.
So you're right about that. But so what I'm concerned about is how Mikal is playing. Mikal has not been playing too good. And I think the system that he in is not fitting him right. Also, another thing, and this is my question to you. Do you think the Knicks is just trying to be a friendly team and just trying to put pieces with Jalen feel like he can really like around him instead of making it a full-blown team to where we can fight for a championship? Because I asked that because Jose Alvarado came here because he's from New York. We did not need Jose Alvarado. We needed a power forward or a backup center.
Bingo. I would say we needed that more. Yes.
Exactly. We got Jose because I feel like he was a homegrown player. He can kind of fit the culture, but was he really the need for us? Is what I was saying. Yes, Tyler Kolek is not the best defensive player, but Tyler Kolek puts Cat and other players in name positions and possessions to score the ball more than Jose ever done. That makes me question Leon Rose's decision. On top of
I
that,
like that. Oh, hold up. Ooh, don't say nothing bad about Leon. No, how could you? He's the greatest. I love it.
He is. Leon did some fantastic things. I'm not going to sit here and deny that.
Right.
He also made some questionable. He also made some questionable things.
Yes. Like really quickly, why didn't he go get Sadiq Bey, who was a guy that wasn't on the Pelicans protection list, by the way? He wasn't. He wasn't one of the guys they wasn't going to trade, for the record. But go ahead.
Thank you. Why we didn't get Sadiq Bey? Why we didn't get Javonte Green last year, but we signed PJ Tucker? It's just why didn't we try to go see what TJ Warren had last year instead of fighting to see what other people had? It's just little questionable things that I've been piecing together, and I think he's trying to make a team that is all fun, and he thinks everybody like each other because everybody has the same background or everybody is the same in a certain way. He's not really looking at it as in a deeper aspect. The trade with Cat, I was questionable about that. Cat never played defense. He never had a post game. Now we asking him.
Well, really quick. First off, that's your time. I appreciate your call. Right, you fire. Right. I disagree with the Cat defense, but everything else straight fire. And I love that you kept Leon Rose held him accountable. I appreciate you, Sean. Next time, all right, big time.
Next time, I got you. Appreciate you, man.
No doubt. It's my man, Sean. That was a great call. I love keeping Leon Rose and pointing him out because we don't do that enough. We point to Mikal. That's 7 picks from Mikal, but we don't talk about. Let me see if I get my man Gino on here. Gino, please answer. BK all day. Gino, what's good?
Yo, what's good with you, Kay?
Yeah, I'm glad to get you on the line, brother. Where we going today, man? How you feeling?
All right. So I'm going to go this way first with this here going into the playoffs. We still in the regular season. You win as many games as you can win.
Right.
From what history says, when teams try to drop and do all of that, it don't necessarily work well at all.
That's a fact.
So you win. You got to play these teams anyways.
Yep.
So I ain't ducking them. You just play them. And you don't know what's going to happen from now till then into the playoffs. So you just play. Now, my thing with Mikal picks, right? Okay. This new reform, the way it could be, is crazy right now. Right? Like 18 to 22 teams can now be in the lottery and have a shot, especially top 5. And then at 29 and 31 pick, those are the picks right there that I'm worried about now.
Bingo.
That's what I'm like. Before I wasn't worried, but the way this reform is, and especially with those 29 and 31 picks, we gotta win.
Bingo. You hitting it on the nail.
We gotta win, K. So it's wild right now, but we gotta win.
Like, you got it, man. That's what my concern is.
And you hit it. And Leon didn't. I mean, nobody knew that this was gonna happen.
Of course, right?
Right, but man, it's Leon gotta take that. He gotta take that. You know what I'm saying? And like you said previously, we needed a 4, man. We needed a 4. You know, and it's like you always said, it's going to the bench, man. But do I think this team can still pull it out? Yeah. You play the game to win. You play the game to win. You never cheat the game. You feel me?
100%.
But that's all I got for you, K.
Big time. You hit it in the park. Yup. You hit it. That's my that's it right there. Big time.
All right, my
Big
dude.
Brooklyn did it.
All
right. My man from Brooklyn got it. That is where I was getting ready to go. This is why I'm looking at the Mikal Bridges trade a lot differently, y'all. I'm looking at the trade a lot differently now. And salute to the callers, because we have to hold Leon Rose accountable. We have to. Y'all get every day. Y'all every day. Oh man, Mikal's bad. We shouldn't have traded the picks for him. Well, you know what I asked? Who's the one to trade the picks for him? Did Mikal trade the picks for himself? And another thing too, in defense of my client, we seen him average 26 a game. We seen him average 20 a game. We seen him average, what, 20? What was his playoff joint? It was over 20. He averaged over 20 points in the playoffs, Mikal. Let me pull it up for you right now. All right? And now I'm going to get back to that article. We've seen Mikal Bridges go to work before. This is not new news. Let me pull that up for you. Why not? Let's look at it. Mikal Bridges. All right? I don't even need to go to game line. Hold on. Let me just get rid of that. Mikal Bridges was averaging 23 a game for the Nets. I know they got swept, but he was averaging 23 a game while shooting 40% from 3 as the #1 option. Can y'all see that? Oh, y'all might not be able to see that. Hold up. Now you can see it. Now you should be able to see it. You see that? He averaging 23 a game in Brooklyn in the playoffs as the #1 option on 40% shooting from 3, shooting 6 threes a game. My client is capable of getting buckets. But y'all got to go back and watch the trial days. This is why I attack your perception. Your perception of what Mikal is supposed to be. You're looking at the Brooklyn Nets, Mikal. In the Knicks, Mikal, the 15 points per game in the postseason, that's what they wanted from the brother Mikal. They clearly didn't want more than that. So to bring it back to the article, all right, when we take a look at this, and let me just make an adjustment to make it look more uniform. Let me just make it wider because that's going to throw me off. Make this wider. So when we look at this article right here, right, you know, the Knicks may have traded more for Mikal Bridges than we thought. Salute to my man Gino. He hit it right on the net. That brother Gino reads news. He's doing his homework. Because that's what I do. I read the news every day, all day. And not just Knick news, NBA news. I'm talking about hundreds of articles a day. It's a lot of work. Anyway, you see this right here? They controlled the 6 first-round picks to land Mikal Bridges. We gave up the 6 picks, okay? According to Shams, league recently presented 3 anti-tanking scenarios. All right, to the Board of Governors. They're going to vote on this, y'all, and this will take place next season. All right, now, none of these are etched in stone, but listen to this. All of the proposed changes will expand the lottery to incorporate between 18 to 22 teams rather than the current 14. Wait, what? Now look at this. Look at this. You can make the goddamn playoffs and still be in the lottery and still have an opportunity to get a top pick in the draft. So what's to say the Knicks don't have a down year where we're struggling and all of a sudden we're the 7th seed in the playoffs? What happens then? The reason why I asked people, do you know the first 2 players drafted, is because originally, before I saw this news, I knew that the picks would be late first-round picks except 2031. I don't know how good we're going to be 5 years from now when Brunson is probably retired. Towns is probably, these guys are at the end of it. I don't know how good we're going to be. I don't know who we're going to get to replace them. So I can't think about 2031 right now. We're in 2026. We got to win now. We don't got the team like Detroit that got the next 4 years if they keep their core to get better and contend. We're not like Detroit. We're not like the other young teams, the Atlantas. We're not like them. We got to win now. So that's why I didn't give a damn about the picks, because in my mind, if the 2031 pick becomes a good pick, and possibly, then that's just the price to pay. We just lost 1 good pick for Mikal. Because the other picks from 27, 28, I think the Knicks would be a good team. 29, more than likely the Knicks will still be a good team. But now, how good will the Knicks be? Listen to the proposals. Even if the Knicks aren't terrible, they could still send the Nets a juicy pick. The first lottery proposal will expand the process to include 18 teams. All right? This is what they told Shams. The bottom 10 that missed the play-in tournament and the 8 that qualify. So from 7 to 10, you going to be in the lottery. Where we are right now? Look, if this rule was to go into effect right now, look at this. That means the Philadelphia 76ers, Orlando, Miami, Charlotte, they all will be in the lottery, even though they're in the goddamn playoffs. This is one of the changes that is in all the proposals. That means that if a change were to happen, this will be the change. Why couldn't that be the Knicks' fate in 2028 or 2029 or 2030? Why couldn't that be the Knicks' fate? I don't know. I can't guarantee the Knicks will be a top 6 seed in 2029, 2028. Who knows what's going to happen? They're changing the rules. And like the brother said, you can't fault Leon Rose for knowing this would happen. All right? Several directions this could go for New York. But among the top 5 to 10, the number 5 to 10 spots, the Sixers stand out as the most team to avoid. I don't. You are what your record is. I don't like the avoiding stuff. But the point that I'm saying is that, you know, wait, hold on. Am I in the right article? No, I'm not. Anyway, this is where I was at. I'm looking at a whole nother article. The bottom line of it is this. All right. They will have the top, the other teams having 20% odds split amongst them, meaning that even though the odds are smaller, there's a chance that you make the playoffs and get the number 1 pick in the draft. Wait, what? So the gist is if the Knicks finish as a number 7 seed in any of the years, which is definitely possible, especially with how fast this league just changes like that. Let's say we decide, because y'all saying, oh yeah, we got to keep the core together. Let's say that Leon Rose believes that. We go into next season, we sign Mitchell Robinson, we got the same team. Yeah, but now Detroit gets better. Boston gets better. Cleveland gets better because Cleveland does the Giannis trade. Orlando gets better. Atlanta gets better. Indiana gets better. Now you're a 7 seed just like that. Just because you stayed the same and everybody else got better. This has me looking at the Mikal Bridges trade a lot differently. A lot of reform could be a problem for the Knicks sooner than we think. All right? Major changes could be coming if the Knicks fail to win it all. Or if they whiff on coming out of the Eastern Conference. All right? That lends itself to higher variance outcomes as early as next summer. Even if the Knicks show restraint, competitive life cycles changes on a whim, especially in today's second apron basketball era. There's no guarantees in basketball. We got to come back with the same team. You coming back with the same team while everybody else is getting better. Where do you think you're going to be at? We're not getting better coming back. How many of you guys think that next year we're going to be better with the same team? Y'all can raise your hands in the chat. How many of y'all think that if we come back with the same team next year, that we're going to be better? When other teams are moving to get better. And they got young players getting better. Yeah, we got young players, but is Mo Diawara an all-star? What about Tyler Kolek? How about Ariel Hukporti? Hakeem Dadier? Yeah, they're getting better. Are they going to be all-stars? Because we're talking about all-stars on these other teams. We're talking about rookies coming from college that have immense potential and talent. We're talking about teams that are tanking now that could be good teams next year with talent. This trade has me feeling this news has me feeling a little different about the Mikal Bridges trade. It's not about throwing my client under the bus. It's about Leon Rose, the guy who y'all scared to call out. Everybody, no one is above criticism. Nobody. We all can criticize whoever. And I'm telling you right now that if this goes south, Leon deserves the wrath and the fire. So to all my Mikal Bridges people who don't like him and you complain about the draft picks, you should be mad at Leon Rose, not Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges can drop 26. We've seen it. They don't want him clearly to drop 26. It's the pecking order. This is a problem, Houston. This is a problem. Continue to smash that like button. Very important to the algorithm. Let me see where I am on calls. Call mostly everybody back. Let me see. If I missed your call, I am calling back. Oh, I gotta say my man Henry's number. Get my man Henry up in there. Bam. Continue smashing that like button, though. You know we do 100 likes minimum, not to be confused with the maximum. Okay? So I spoke to my man Gino. Gino, great call. Great call, brother. You was on the money. You read your basketball news. Because you have to be a reader to find that. That wasn't breaking news. What's good, Juan? Carolina in the building. How you feeling?
I'm glad my reception working today. I gotta get different provider.
Good.
But yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. You hear me? Hold up. Nah, that's his. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? That's your line.
I hear you perfectly.
Okay. Well, your reception is starting to break up. Damn, you might have spoke too soon, brother.
Can you hear me?
Oh man, it's breaking up.
I was just talking to somebody.
Yeah, talk some more. Go ahead. Let's see if we can get through the call. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. I wish I could have talked to you the other night, man. I was still disgusted by that game. The fact that they couldn't get the ball more to Cat. I don't know what the other guy was talking about, that Brunson isn't a superstar. Like, there's not that many. There's not many guys that could put up 30 in a night as consistently as Brunson. Like, there's like 5 to 8 guys in the whole league. Brunson is one of them. So, like, I don't know what he was talking about. And anybody can. I don't know why people get this thing where they feel like they can't call out somebody. If this goes south, of course you're gonna call out Leon Rose. Like, you put in too many draft picks to get the one guy. I mean, I understand we wanted him bad, and it seemed like it was a good fit at the time. But if something's not working, you gotta move it. Like second apron, like you said, you can't stay stagnant. You gotta constantly. So, and I don't understand what universe, like, they need to address this already. Why is it game 75? Cat is saying, I'm still finding my role, my position. We're almost season over. What's going on? Like, I'm like losing faith with these people already. Like, I got to do something because this ain't it. Why is the guy who just put up 9 straight points, 7 straight points being benched? They gave me like Tom Thibodeau vibes. Like, what are we doing here? Why is Cat only getting less than 10 shots? He got less shots than Ooh, my bad. It got me so passionate, I almost cursed. He got less shots than Alvarado. What are we doing here? Like,
hey, man,
there's no universe where Alvarado should be putting up more shots than Cat. Like,
and yo, to be honest, I know you did a little Coach Tibbs dig. Coach Tibbs would have left him in. Coach Tibbs don't take out his starters. Look ahead. I hear you.
Yeah, but he's also like bench people while in the middle of the hot streak too. But yeah, I don't understand. I was skeptical about Brown. I guess you still need to let the playoffs run out, but this is like, I know Cat is unselfish, but like somebody's got to get him the ball more, force it.
Did we lose him? Juan, I think we might have lost you, Juan. I think we might have lost you, brother. All right. I got a couple of more calls. I got to get into this Indiana game. Let's see if my man Mike is still available. All right, I said Indiana game. What the hell I'm talking about? The Houston game. I'm bugging. I said Indiana. See, I got the Pacers on my mind. Damn. See if Mike gets on. Not keep it pushing. I think we might have lost you, Mark. Hey, Mike. How's it going, family?
It's all right. Come on, man. You. I don't know what you be on, but you hit the nail on the head with this La Cosa Nostra Rose situation. Now, are you aware that the Knicks, when they didn't want to pay Kemba $8 million, didn't draft D-Dub Williams from OKC. They didn't. J-Dub was our draft, and Jalen Duren was our draft picks. Those are the draft picks that we gave away to sign Brunson, and not to pick up that $8 million off of Kemba. We're worth over $10 billion now or before, and we couldn't pay $8 million. So that gets me. And you know, I'm a rare fan. I was a fan of the Knicks since the late '70s, and also the Nets and the Nets. And I will say that it matters. Every draft pick matters, because me and you have to go into this draft with this team and help the Knicks and Rose, because every year, if you notice in the draft, I wonder if you notice that why does this guy move back and pick up draft picks? He never moves up to get somebody that can break a rotation. He just goes back to prove he can get extra draft picks and gets guys that they say they're going to develop. But like you know, when do the Knicks have time to develop anybody?
There's no time.
They want to win now. It's a shame, but we are not allowed to build the right way, which I think, and you were saying it before, oh, you're going to wait 5 or 3 years for them to develop. But if you pick players that are coming in, like you just mentioned, that are NBA ready, whether they're freshmen or not out of college, we'd be ready to go and build upon the team we already have. That's why you can't just give away your draft picks. And you have to move up. And this is a year also that so many teams that have 2 and 3 draft picks, they're not going to draft them all. You can buy a draft pick. As rich as the Knicks are, they can buy a first round that's going to be effective in the rotation. And any player that's not going to be effective, you have to let them go. Can't keep holding on to guys that are not going to contribute. And talk about, like you said, what about the future? We're weighing everything for this year. This year, they might not do what we want them to do. But next year, guess what? Like you said, everybody else is going to get better. So what are we going to do? We're going to look and chase stars? We can't chase stars. I don't want to hear about young.
That's the only way to get better. No, that's the only way to get better.
You're giving your future away, and you still might not get better.
Drafting Darren Peterson, that's not going to help me win no championship no time soon. It's going to reset my clock. No,
and Cenac will, and Quintus will. How do you know? See, we always judge it.
Rookies,
and then, going and trading for Giannis and bringing him here, and Jalen Brunson won't pass him the ball. He'll be another cat here.
Whoa. First off, Jalen Brunson is top 6 in passes in the league.
Well, we always talk about where Jalen Brunson is. The Cosa Nostra got all of these players around him. Even we got Jose Alvarado, because he was Jalen Brunson's boy in the playoffs, dapping him up when the Knicks was winning in the Garden, and we went and got Jose instead of getting what we needed.
All right, man. I hear you, Mike, man. We're going to talk more about this, man. I appreciate you, my brother.
Okay.
Great call. Big
all
time.
Right.
All right. Great call, even though we disagree. My job is not to always try to convince you. All I could do is just share the facts. And at the end of the day, you're going to have to make your mind up for what you want to believe. I'm not trying to convince nobody, but yeah, I didn't agree with a lot of that call. But even if I do disagree, you're allowed to call up and speak your mind.
Hello. I'm ready.
I'm ready. Marlon, let's go. I'm glad you're ready. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. I've been hearing all these people talking. So let's talk about Mikal Bridges, number 1. Let's get that out the way quick. Not a bad trade. None of those picks, except for the last ones, is anything to worry about. None of those picks make any difference in anything anybody's doing. Number 2, Jalen Brunson taking 20-plus shots a game. How many does that leave for everybody else? How would you expect them to do better than they're doing when this man is taking 20-plus shots a game on bad games? So any type of serious game, he's taking 20-plus shots. You think that's leaving any shots for anybody else? How much do you expect him to do?
I blame the coach for that, and also he's efficient on his 20 shots. By the way, though, he's not inefficient.
No. Check it out. The games that they have lost. I'm talking about when you talking about efficient. There was a game where Mitchell Robinson went 5 for 5. The next game, he got 2 passes from Jalen Brunson. There was the last 2 games. Carlton Towns went three for 9 or something like that. So 3 for 9 or something. The last game against OKC. But you gotta understand is at least 2 of those plays were one play. Because don't forget, every miss is considered a shot. So if you get the ball one time and you miss 3 times and then the 4th try you get a bucket, that's 3 misses at one shot. So it looks like you got all those passes, but you didn't. You got one.
So really quick question. If I pass Mitchell Robinson the ball on the block, what he gonna do with it?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
so I'm saying Mitchell Robinson is not a focal point in the offense. We don't have no plays for him at all.
No.
So if he gets a dunk, that's a plus.
But he is a focal point of pick and roll. Now here's the situation. If I'm a center, right, and I'm blocking your shot as a guard, right? Every time.
By the way, your background is really loud. I'm not sure if you had a restaurant, but it's. So you know what? Look, we'll get you back because it's too loud. Like your background.
I'm switching.
Okay, all right.
If I'm a center,
go ahead.
And I'm blocking.
Let you cook.
And I'm not getting the alley, and I'm the point guard. I'm coming to the rim, and I'm looking for alley-oops every time. It's going to back off the defense. Jalen Brunson, I said it before, he's not a big man guard. He's not passing to a big. That's why Julius Randle was the best player for us. Because at the end of the day, we need somebody to get it themselves. Jalen Brunson is not helping set up the offense as far as create offense for our bigs.
Did you watch my show last night? Because since the All-Star break, 25% of his passes have been to Karl Anthony Towns. He's also assisting more to Karl Anthony Towns, more so than ever. 20% of his assists go to Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay, that's nice. You don't. Okay, so my fault. We don't remember. So nobody remembers the games when back in the real Knicks days when Patrick Ewing would come down court and go 10 straight possessions all packed. So we don't remember that. We don't remember that. When it was every possession was to him. Every possession.
Right. So are you saying that Towns is as great as Patrick Ewing is?
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is we don't even get him the ball, period. That game, that OKC game, you know what Collins was doing? He was posting up, and then they would be like, get out the way, and then he would just go to the side. Picture how it looks to have a 6'2" guard, and the big knows that all they got to do is put a little bit of pressure on him, pull, and the defense and the offense is so impatient that at the end of the day, once they put a little bit of pressure on him, their offense still wants to do what they do. They don't want to wait, set it up, get a shot that actually works for Towns. They want to just rush to get whatever shot they can.
So who do you blame? So who institutes the offense? Is it Brunson or is it the coach?
I agree with you. I think it's a joint effort. And the reason why I say that is because nothing has changed since last season or the season before.
No, that's not true. Last season, Towns was averaging 25 and 12.
Towns was also playing 40 minutes. He was also playing 40 minutes a game.
Nah, he played 35.7 minutes. Like we can't. Come on, dog. We can't. I can't allow you to inflate it. The difference is Coach Tibbs' system promoted Towns to be that guy. Really quick question. My last question, and because your time's almost up.
Go ahead.
Are you a channel member?
I'm going to be.
I got a video that a members only video I'm doing that's talking about this exact topic with Towns. I'm gonna share some information on Towns that's gonna blow your mind. Just letting you know that right now.
Okay.
But I hear you though, brother.
As a heads up, I was a Julius Randle fan. I never wanted Towns to become, but I was a Julius Randle fan. As a heads up, but I'm happy. At the end of the day, you got to work with what you got. I'm a Knicks fan first, but I was definitely a Julius Randle fan. But have a great day.
Great call, brother. Enjoy a good day at work as well.
All right, later.
Big time. It's my man Marlon. All right. Oh, you know what? Let me take Randall call. And then I'm gonna get into this breakdown for tonight. You know, y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. See that right there? Yeah, dog. Hey, what's good, Randall?
Hey,
what's going on? Nothing much, man. We talking about a lot. Did you hear my take on Bridges and why I feel different now about Bridges?
Yeah.
Picks.
Yeah, I was definitely listening to that.
Ain't that crazy? You could be a 7th seed and get the first pick in the draft. Imagine you a 7th seed and you win the championship.
So this ain't what they're proposing. This is already they just put it into an effect.
No, listen. All 3 proposals have that in it. So if there is a change, it's going to be that. Yep. Okay. All 3 proposals have it so that the playoff teams can get a draft pick.
So is this going to be for this year's draft or next year's draft?
It will be next year's if they vote on it.
I figured that.
Yeah. Be next year's. Which is bad because that's when the Nets pick is for. So let's say we slip to the 7th seed next year. And now we in the lottery. And for the first time since Patrick Ewing, we get the first pick in the draft. That's going to the Nets. Yeah. Yeah. Because that could easily happen. You could be the 2nd seed this year and be the 7th seed next year. Very possible.
Yeah. And with the way the East is coming up, next year, all the teams on the East, that's going to be better.
Bingo.
And that's why I've been keep saying that it's championship or bust, because if this squad right now don't win the title this year, I don't feel it's happening. The only way we gonna be able to be, if we don't win the title this year, the only way we gonna be in the mix to win the championship after the season is we make changes.
Yep. And they don't want Giannis. That's the only way to get better. What other way could we get better? We got to get a superstar.
There are other ways, but
like what? Tell me one. Besides Giannis, to get better.
Well, I mean, Giannis would be the best way to get better, but
okay,
I ain't gonna say it's the only way, but it's the best way.
Can you give me one other way that we could get better? Just one other way. I would like to hear that.
I'll save that for another show.
Okay, all right, bet. See, because, all right, so it was a trick question because trading for a dude that's a good backup guy, that doesn't make you a better championship team. Like, if you want to win because that's what I'm talking about. If you want to win a championship, you need the star power. If Jalen Brunson ain't good enough, you need to get the star power that's going to get good enough. That's why the Lakers are going to show y'all how to win a championship. Watch the Lakers show you how to win a championship. Very easy. Watch. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, what was I about to say?
How you feel about the game tonight? You feel like we got a good shot against Houston?
I mean, we beat them at the Garden, but tonight we play them in Houston. I don't know what the heck is gonna happen. I don't know.
Right. It's gonna be one of them wild cards.
I'm just hoping, man. I'm just hoping.
Well, there is some good insight. I'm about to get into it.
10 seconds.
But I appreciate you, Randall, man. I don't know. Mikal trade looking different, man. I appreciate you, Randall. Big time.
Looking a lot different.
A lot different, family. All right. Big time.
Later.
that Mikal Bridges trade, y'all. I don't know, family. And that was a trick question. I might have to do some content on that. If we don't get Giannis, what else are we going to do to get better? By the way, I'm going to get into this breakdown. So to the other people who I didn't get to with the calls, I'm doing callbacks. I got to get to this game breakdown. Well, how else could we improve our roster next year to win a championship? I'm not talking about, the bench is better. That doesn't mean you're going to win a championship. Yeah, we managed to get Saddiq Bey. Okay, does that make us into a championship contender? Is Saddiq Bey the missing link to us winning a championship? I'm just using him as an example. That's what I'm talking about. because Detroit coming with the fire next year. You better believe it. Indiana's definitely coming with the fire next year. You better believe it. The Boston Celtics, they're coming with the fire next year. You better believe it. So if you think I'm going to come back with the same team that got cooked in the playoffs and sign Sadiq Bey, and yeah, now we're going to win the championship, you got another thing coming. All right? So, like I said, once again, I see the phone lines are blowing up, but I do got to get to this Pelicans game review because I put too much work in to not talk about this. All right? I'm staying up late night watching goddamn Houston Rocket games. We're going to talk about this goddamn Houston Rocket game tonight. I'm going to say this. I don't know if I can guarantee a victory, y'all. I got to keep it real. I don't know if I could. I want to guarantee a victory. I really do. But realistically, there's a good chance that we could also lose this game. There's a good chance we could win. This is why I'm calling this a 50-50 game. But Vegas has us as a -1. All right. Why is this important? The last time we were the favorite to win a game was during the 7-game win streak. In fact, we've been the favorite to win a game since the last time we saw, I think it was OKC. Not this last game against OKC. I'm talking about the one before that. We've been the favorite to win damn near every game since then. Usually we do a good job at covering. And I think there's a good chance that we can do it tonight. Where the hell's my sorry, y'all. Okay. Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, my other game one notes just disappeared. So, all right, bet. So a couple of things about this game. The 3-point shooting, I think, is going to be a very, very major key. What did we shoot against OKC? I think we shot a good percentage of it against. I don't remember the exact percentage. Let me get it up on the screen. I don't remember what we shot. I know we shot good from 3. Not from the field, but from 3. I thought we were pretty solid. Yeah, so we shot 43% from 3 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, one thing I told you guys when I did the preview for this game was that the Oklahoma City Thunder's defense is weak as hell. Their 3-point defense is, they got one of the worst 3-point defenses in basketball. They're like bottom 5 in attempts or makes, one of the two. And definitely percentages, they're bottom. Okay? So I knew the 3 ball is going to be there. Part of the reason why I knew it was going to be there is because they overcommit and they try to get steals. And when they fail to get steals, they're in a compromising position a lot of the times where teams get open threes against Oklahoma City. The great Oklahoma City, the #1 defense, they suck at 3-point defense. The good news for us is that the Houston Rockets are worse than the Oklahoma City Thunder. At least in my opinion, at the 3 ball. If y'all want to see some of the rankings, I'll put it up there. All right, I'll put their rankings up there so y'all can see what I'm talking about. All right. So this team does not do a good job defending the 3 ball well. It's definitely an option for us to exploit. Get the rankings up there. All right. So overall, during the season, they do a good job. They're top 10. But in the last 10 games, all right, that's why, see, you could try to cheat code your way into trying to see how a team is doing. But in the last 10 games, the Houston Rockets have been giving up 38% from 3. They have been getting torched from 3 in recent times. So I went here to misdirect you because if you look at this, this is not giving you the complete picture. It's just telling you how they did for the year, but how are they doing right now? The 3 ball is going to be important. They're also a plus 0.7 on makes. Opponents are getting up over 13 threes against them. They play at a slow pace. All right. And I don't like the pace. I feel like they should just call it possessions. Because people think when you play at a fast pace or a slow pace, like the Hornets play at a slow pace, but they play fast, right? Pace is just the amount of possessions. When you're getting offensive rebounds like the Hornets do, and like Houston does, by the way, I'm going to get to rebound in a second, that slows down your pace. So that's part of the reason why teams don't shoot more. That's why I like percentage better. Because they don't make that many threes is because there's not as many possessions. Does that make sense? Like if there's less shot opportunities, you're going to take less shots. It's really that simple. So I don't give a damn about that. What I care about is the 38% that teams are shooting against this Oklahoma City defense. The Los Angeles Lakers, who was the last team to beat the Houston Rockets at home, I watched that game. It was a game of runs. I'm telling you right now, you know how we say with Boston, how we didn't cut the head off and that's how they was able to come back? You got to do that to the Houston Rockets in the game. You cannot allow them to come back because they can get stops and they can go on a little slow and doofy run. Right? And they rebound well. You start missing, they get on the glass, and they do got individuals that can attack in transition. Like Thompson, the young bulls. Reed Shepherd is a guy, he comes in the game. His job is just to get buckets. He's like a Pritchard Jr. That's exactly the best way to describe Reed Shepherd. He's super nice. He has the ultimate green light. When he comes in the game, his job is to, torch anybody. So the three ball is what propelled the Lakers. They just could not stop the Lakers from hitting the three. LeBron opened the game with 2 corner threes. He opened that game with 2 corner threes. Okay? So the correlation there as well is that, the Los Angeles Lakers, they have a high-powered offense. We have a high-powered offense, though it doesn't seem like it sometimes. Believe it or not, the Knicks are the third-ranked offense for a reason. I'm sorry. Where the hell is my other notes at? It's driving me crazy. I'm so mad. I take great notes, and now it's gone. It's just like, it's crazy to me. Anyway, let me keep it pushing. So that's the 3 ball. Okay. Oh, by the way, that Jaden Ivey stuff is crazy. By the way, we might talk about Ivey on NBA Saturdays, but he will receive his salary, by the way. So salute to the league for doing that, because they could have waived them and kept the money and be like, bye, but at least he's going to get paid. I think that was a good thing to do by the league. Anyway, keep it pushing. We're talking about Houston right now, not Jaden Ivey. In their last 10 games, the Knicks and the Rockets, the Knicks are 8-2. We've been dominating Houston. Like, we own them. They are our sons. Okay? But here's the problem. The last 2 losses that we had, the only 2 losses, it occurred in Houston. Yeah. It occurred in Houston, y'all. So what does that mean? Does that mean that we're going to lose in Houston tonight? No. But we do have to acknowledge that the Houston Rockets are a good home team. They are 25-10 at home, right? Pretty solid for a top team in the league. Top 6 team in the West. So, and also, we're not a great road team ourselves. Let me see if I can give you the most updated numbers. Sorry to my 82 Club people. I hadn't had the time to update all the numbers. I will get to it. I've been super busy. I got a lot going on in multiple directions. So I didn't get a chance to update the latest numbers. So I'm going to give you a good estimate on where we are in terms of the opponent record on the road. By the way, how I keep track of the record is I don't change it once a team. I go by what you are when we play each other. So if we play and you're a sub 500 team, okay, then that's what I treat you as. I don't change it later just because you go above 500. Anyway, nonetheless, so our record on the road against 500 and above teams is 7-17, and we lost our last 2 road games to 500 and above teams, which is the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Charlotte Hornets. Okay? Overall, we are Overall, we are, is that 19-23? I think according to my records, we're 19-23 against 500 and above teams. So this is the flip side that's negative. Okay? I'm giving you the pros and the cons. You decide after you hear this breakdown where you want to go. Another key important part is that both of us we're both in playoff races. We're trying to get the second seed, hold on to the third seed. We're a game ahead of Cleveland, right? Just one loss back. We do own the tiebreaker for Cleveland, so the goal would be to not lose 2 games. Okay, because if we lose 2 games, then we could potentially lose the third seed if Cleveland wins out. Okay, and that's a big if. But when you look at the Houston Rockets and where they are ensconced in the battle for top 6 positioning. And right now, they're kind of stuck in 6th place, though they're right there with Minnesota. A win tonight will tie Minnesota in the win column. I'm not sure if Minnesota's playing tonight, but that'll be a scoreboard watch. Okay. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'm mad. Yo, you don't know how mad I am I lost these notes, y'all. It was right here. Now it's just magically disappeared. It's the weirdest thing. Anyway, let me keep it pushing. Got the show can't stop. Got to continue going now. But the playoff race, this is a big game. So I'm letting y'all know tonight, they're coming out to play. Okay? They're coming out to play. And by the way, I'm on point. My notes is on. I forgot. I put my notes on the back of the goddamn scouting report. That's what I was looking for. Anyway, let me keep it pushing. I told you about the -1.5. Now, here's the major key. And y'all know I cook on this mic. Hold up. Because I be cooking with hot grease. I'm giving y'all stuff that most people don't have. Because I do scouting reports for every team we play. And if we play that team twice, I do it twice. If we play that team 3 times, I do it 3 times. So there's certain things that I have that not too many people have. You got to go to one of them professional NBA TV dudes to get that stat. But what I got here, see this right here? Bam. That's the Houston Rockets scouting report. Bam. See that date? That's the last time I did the scouting report. All right? So I'm so cold with this because y'all remember in the last 2 games, this was the first time we did not have a better net rating in the last 10 games to an opponent. All net rating is the difference between offensive rating and defensive rating. So during this glorious stretch that you've seen, let me show you. Because I got a big-ass calendar right here. That's why I'm doing that. But y'all can't see my calendar, so I'm just going to pull this up. So during this glorious stretch, and I'm going to pull up. I'm going to look at the full schedule so we get the big picture. So during this glorious stretch, when we won these 7 games, okay? No, not that stretch. This stretch, okay? Even the Laker games, even Denver, even Oklahoma City. All right? All of these games. The last time we played against a team where we didn't have a better net rating in the last 10 games was the Cleveland Cavaliers, which ended in a loss. So I first noted that with Charlotte. I said, whoa, this is the first time. Because like I said, when you keep as much stats and scouting reports as I do, you just start seeing the trends that just pop out off the page or off the screen. So I said, I knew going into the Charlotte game, there was going to be trouble, and I told y'all that. This time around, we get back to being dominant in net rating. We're a plus 6.3. They are a plus 0.9. I'm praying that this trend continues. Of course, it's not 100% because we were number 1. Not number 1. We were number 1 actually in net rating at that time. But we had a better net rating than Oklahoma City did in that last 10-game, 5-game, whatever game stretch it was. Believe it or not. And we still lost the game. It was a very close game, though. Very close game. Like, we could have won the game. And then, of course, we lost the 2 Lakers game, even though we had the better net rating than both those LA teams. I'm saying that tonight because I have a hunch that we could get the win. And this is one of my hunches. I just think that we're playing better basketball overall, believe it or not, despite the last 2 losses, than the Houston Rockets are right now. Now, you could say, well, we did lose to the better competition. That's facts. But the Rockets are not, they don't have a good record at all in the last 10. They're 5-5 in their last 10. All right? And if I could just give a quick rundown, they beat Memphis, New Orleans. Whoop-de-doo, that's easy. We beat them. They lost to Minnesota. They lost to Chicago. That, of course, was on the road. At home, they did beat Miami, and they did beat Atlanta. But that was at home. Like I said, they are a good home team. But they lost to LA twice. The Lakers. I saw the second. I didn't see the first game. I saw the second game of that Laker game, by the way. And this is a team that's been vulnerable. They're 3-5 at home. I'm sorry, 3-2 at home, but the 2 losses were against 500 and above teams. Okay? They're not playing the best basketball, and they're trying to compete for a spot. And they really dropped the ball against the Lakers and Denver. And Minnesota. They dropped the ball in all of their 4 playoff battles, series, in competition with those teams. They lost all 4 of those games. This is the team that right now is looking like the 6th best team in the West. The question is, are we the 3rd best team in the East right now? Do we look like the 3rd best? Will we be the 3rd best team in the East? I am hopeful. As far as a little bit about game one, some things I noted, by the way, and I got multiple game one. This is my other game, one. This is a review from game one that I wrote around when it was game one. This is what I did going back, looking at it. This is my other game one. This is what I was looking for. So a couple of things about game one that I don't want to see repeat. We got cooked on the glass. This is a team that's right now, they are the best. I consider them to be the best rebounding team in basketball, the Houston Rockets. They are ultra dominant on the glass. You see, they're the number 1 rebounding team, right? Of course, that's overall for the entire year. And they're averaging 48.3 rebounds. Do you want to guess what they averaged in the last 10 games to corroborate that number right there? In the last 10 games, they averaged pretty much the same amount of rebounds, 48.4. They are just as dominant on the glass now as they have been the entire season. They're also the 2nd best opponent rebound team. They hold opponents to 39.6 rebounds. So they killed us on the glass the first time we saw them. That's why I'm willing to say, if you kill us on the glass, that's one hell of a feat, because we're one of the best rebounding teams ourselves. And rebounding has been very important for us. We know that we win a great amount of the games that we play where we dominate the rebounding matchup differential. In game one, going into the 4th quarter, we were minus 15 in the glass. We wound up finishing minus 16 on the glass. Okay? And of course, they had a big lead against us going into the 4th quarter. We had to overcome an 18-point deficit. All right? So rebounding is important. Them being up that minus 15, it helped propel them, especially we talk about second chance opportunities. They scored 70 points in the 2nd and 3rd quarters combined. They had a lead of 91 to, I think it was 75. Just stat check that in the 82 nights. Yep, 91 to 75 in the 3rd quarter, all right? So They were just dominating us. And then we had to go on one of those miracle runs in the fourth quarter to the point where some of us inside the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server was like, oh, this is a fake comeback. This is a fake comeback. By the way, if you're listening to this, continue smashing the like button. I'm giving you all the key details that you're not going to hear nowhere else, because I don't listen to nobody else when I'm doing these reviews. All I do is I watch basketball, and I've been watching it for so long, I just know what the hell I'm looking at. And I'm Stat Master Miyagi. I understand stats, and I use them in context. So continue smashing that like button. Let's try to get to that 100 like mark. Let's not try, let's do. How about that? All right. In the third quarter, our offense was so trash, we didn't get a field goal to the 4:52 mark in the third quarter. We won. The three ball is there. We shot the three ball well against Oklahoma City. This team has been terrible in recent times against the three ball. We should be able to continue that trend. In game one, I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but I know I could get it right here because game one is right here. I don't remember the exact number we shot. I know offense was a struggle early in the game. Okay, yeah, we shot 38%. That's not bad. I take that. 38% is pretty good. So we already shot 38%. They're giving up 38%. I think we could shoot 38%. If we get 38% from three tonight, that is great. That means the offense is clicking, and usually the ball is moving. We did get 26 assists last time. We should aim to get more, because when we get when we get a certain amount of assists, 27 or more, 30 or more, usually the team operates at a higher level. Right now, the Houston Rockets defense is still solid overall. Teams are not getting that much assists against them because they slow down the pace. They're giving up about 26 assists a game. That's what the same number they gave us the last time, okay, in the last 10 games. KD was shut down. He was 0 for 7 in the first quarter. OG had him on smash. Okay, KD didn't wind up turning up till later in the game. I think he finished with 30 points, but OG came out, held him down, and salute to OG. That was one of the reasons why we won the first quarter. My bad. I'm not in research mode. My fault. That's one of the reasons why we won the first quarter, because, you know, we shut KD down, and we wind up outscoring them 27-21, because KD is the number one option on that team, not Sengun. All right. Even though Sengun has been balling as of late, and that is something to consider. Let's see. Do I have the... Damn, I'm tight. I don't have the rebounding numbers from the first quarter. Is that Rockets? Oh, no. Yeah, no, I did. Rockets were +2 on the glass, by the way. So the Rockets was dominating us no matter what throughout the game. But at least in the first quarter, it was tighter on the glass. Right? Then from there, they started to really, from the second to the third quarter is when they established their dominance on the glass. Towns was the number one scorer this game. He was able to take advantage of certain mismatches. 12 of his buckets were inside the arc, and I think he went 3 of 3 from 3. Yes, he did. So he was, because they have no answer to guard Towns on this team at all. This is another night where Towns should shine. Maybe Mike Brown and these guys will make it a priority to get the brother the ball. Another thing that we don't have in this game is Landry Shamet. He won't be here tonight. He had 14 off the bench, so someone else has to step up. He didn't play Mo Diawara much. He didn't play Sohan because he was trying to see who he wanted to go with. Do y'all remember that? All right. And then Mitch and Towns, ineffective on the glass. 7 rebounds, Mitch 4. This is the night. Mitchell Robinson, you want to get paid, you better show up tonight. Anything less than 10 rebounds, Mitch, is a failure. Towns, same thing. Anything less than 12 rebounds for Towns is a failure. Y'all both have to be dominant on the glass. Don't let these guys, they're really good rebounders, man. Like in the last 10 games, the number 2 rebounder on this team, and I think he's also the number 2 rebounder for the season because Adams is out, but the brother Thompson is averaging 9.3 boards. Not Thompson, I'm sorry. Is it Thompson? Yeah, Thompson. He's averaging 9.3 boards. And more than likely, that's going to be Jalen Brunson's assignment unless he's going to be matched up with Tari Eason. So these guys, they do a great job of crashing the glass. we can't allow them to overwhelm us on the glass. Now, as great as KD is, his scoring is down some. All right. He's down to 25 a game. I mean, they still play at a slow and doofy pace. So, you know, how much of that is pace? How much of that is regression, so to speak? All right. They just play at a very, very slow pace. That's just their style. All right. And Sengun, he's playing better. He's a +3, right? +2.3 right now is Sengun. He's playing some good basketball. You got to keep an eye out on him. Towns has to play smart. We can't afford to get Towns in foul trouble this game. He was so dominant in game one. You're going to need him to show up in this game. Also, another thing too, Brunson and Alvarado showed up in the fourth quarter. They scored 15 of the 30. What was it? 15 of the 33 points that the Knicks had in the fourth quarter. They were on fire. They started turning up. Brunson came alive. I expect to see a more aggressive, better Brunson. They just really, I mean, I know Thompson is a good defender, but the way Brunson's playing, I think Brunson is slowly activating Brunson playoff mode. You've seen what he was able to do against OKC. I expect to see him do even better against Houston. All right. I talked about the rebounding. Yeah. Another thing, too, that I'm watching, because y'all know I keep track of the stats. Y'all know. It's two things there's a lot more, but there's two things I want to know. All right, three things really quickly. Since I'm talking about scoring, they only have 5 guys that score in double digits. So not a lot of firepower with the way their offense is formulated. And Tari Eason is a -2. I think Tari Eason is going to be up out of there. He's just clearly he's just not the fit that I don't think that they think he should be. As far as defensive rating, this team has slipped a little bit. They're now a 8th ranked defense and a 9th ranked offense. When we last saw them, they were 5th ranked defense and 7th ranked offense. So they've been slipping a little bit, but they still top 10. That means don't sleep on them. They slipping, but they hadn't fallen. Now their offensive rating is trash. It's a 114. They are struggling to get points, and their offense has slipped. They're shooting everything. The whole phenomenon, the whole shebang is slipping and falling. Okay, but our defensive rating is slipping too, man. And this is the worst I've seen our defensive rating. In the last 10 games, our defensive rating is a 115.1. That puts us at around -2 on the season. Defensive rating is definitely slipping. We can't allow it to slip. And also, even though our offensive rating is fire, our points are great. We getting a lot of points up. Not a lot, but we're getting up more points than Houston, 116.1 to 113. Last time it was 119, but of course we got cooked by the Thunder, so that brought down the average. But nonetheless, I think from an offensive standpoint, we're playing a lot better. The one thing I'm looking at, though, is assist percentage. Our assist percentage is down to 64%. 64%. That concerns me a lot because we were moving the ball more. Now we're getting into more one-on-one. So the Knicks need to move the ball, and they'll win this game. All right? I got a lot more, but that's all I'm going to give y'all on this scouting report. All right? Continue smashing that like button. It's very important. All right, let me just take a look at YouTube to see where we are. All right. AP said we may not have enough money to sign anyone. Well, it depends on what you're trying to do, AP. Because you're over the salary cap, so that means you only have your exception money. If you sign somebody for $5.7 million, you will be hard capped at the second apron, meaning that you cannot go over it, AP, for the record, just to let you know. So, yes, the money is pretty scarce. The money is definitely pretty scarce, okay? But I don't think it's because of possibly what you're inferring, but it's just the way we're situated. The money was limited last year too. Our biggest free agent signing was Yabusele at $5.5 million. And remember, that hard capped us at the second apron. So whatever move you want to do that you think can impact your team, whether it be a trade or using your exception, it could limit you, just to let you know. So yes, there is some truth to what AP is saying. Let's see. I'm going to try these two numbers back that I missed. Let's see if they answer. Continue to smash that like button. I'm doing callbacks now. See if these people answer. If not, keeping it pushing. Definitely going to keep it pushing. And let's see if this person answers. Continue to smash that like button. We still cooking with hot grease. Hello. Hey, how you there? How's it going? This is the Blue and Orange Brunch. You called up. What's your name? Where you calling from, family?
Yo, my name Matt, man. I'm calling from Houston, Texas, man.
Matt from Houston. So what's up? Are you a Knicks fan or a Rockets fan?
I'm a Knicks fan, G. I'm from New York, bro. I'm from Staten Island.
Big time. That's what I want to hear, man. Salute.
Let's go.
Where we going, family? How you feeling about this game tonight?
We got this game in the bag, G. Like, what? Man, I ain't worried about nothing.
Why you say that? Is there some inside information we don't know in Houston? You got a special bombshell for us? What say you?
Nah. I'm just a Knicks fan, G. Like, I've been a Knicks fan since I was born, bro. Like,
okay.
I'm one of them Knicks fans. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you. Really quickly, do you got me on speaker? Because it sounds kind of muffled.
Hold on, let me fix it real quick.
Yeah. Let's fix it so the audio be right.
Is that better?
It's a little better. What's going on? Matt from Houston, where we going?
Nah, like, okay. I get the concern, you know what I'm saying, about our offense and our defense a little bit. But
right.
I think this is more like a morale game, you know what I'm saying? And I think we got that in the bag because, like, our team is better than ever this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, last year, it was a little hiccup. This year, we got a whole new coach, a whole new system. And I think they're understanding what he wants, and they're doing it. Because the OKC, it showed me a lot. Even though we lost that game, it showed me that they can compete. Because that game was too close for comfort for OKC. And it's just in the last few minutes, I think our guys just got tired.
Right.
That's what I believe. I believe that our guys just got tired. Because OKC, you got to run with those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, for not that it matters, I don't know, but like Lou Dort, he's an explosive player. You know what I mean? And 2 times that game, he got a rebound and ran to the court and was at the bucket in 0.3 seconds. You know what I'm saying? They got fast guys right there. So we can't keep up with that. But in the 7-game series, I think it'd be a good matchup for us. But who knows?
100%.
We'll never know unless we get there. We'll never know unless we get there. So I'm not worried about losing to teams like that because we won't know if we can beat them unless we get to the finals.
Bingo.
You know what I mean?
But the games were tough though. So we didn't get blown out the water. Games were tough.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell the Knicks fans, like, don't worry about that game. So when we lost to OKC, we were right behind them the whole game.
Right there. Yeah. It wasn't like we got smacked by 30 or something. Now, okay.
No.
Right.
No.
100%,
and then to all you Celtics fans, y'all are trash. Y'all are done. We here. We are the big boys of the East.
Can't wait to see them.
I can't wait to see them.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Houston, in the building. New York to Houston. I'm going to save your number, all right? Big time.
Yes, sir.
All right. It's my man from New York to Houston. Let me see if I get my man Tugboat Taylor. No Clock Tugboat Taylor. No Clock Tugboat Taylor. Where we going, man? Where we going?
What's going on? No, I missed the whole second half of the show. I was with my sons. I was trying to figure out what the grand reveal on this Mikal was.
Oh, you missed it. All right, so I'll do a quick little review. So Mikal, the trade is starting to look a little shaky because 3 of the new proposals instituted by the NBA has teams who make the playoffs, more in particular 7th and possibly 6 seeds, will be eligible to be in the draft. So you could make the playoffs and be in the draft.
What?
Yes. So what happens if the Knicks go from the 3rd seed this year to the 7th seed next year?
Right.
And now the first time since Patrick Ewing days, we get the first pick.
And so that makes Mikal shaky how?
Because now because of course we didn't factor that in, but now you look at the picks you gave up, you don't know if you're going to be a lottery play-in team. You see what I'm saying? Like we knew we could be a playoff team, but now we the 7th seed.
Yep.
We get in the playoffs, and now for the first time since Ewing, we get the first pick, and now that pick goes to the damn Nets.
Yeah, because like you said, those first 2 picks, everybody keeps bringing them up. It's like, yo, nobody knows those guys, so we're not even worried about that. But yeah, that's an issue. How you feel about the game tonight?
I did my spiel. The one thing that makes me feel good, I mean, I went through a lot of stats, but the one thing that makes me feel is the net rating. That was a stat I brought out for the Hornets game. Because when I'm doing all these scout reports, there's only certain things that I would notice unless you're looking at all of these stats the way I'm looking at it. So what I noticed was the last time we had a negative net, less of a net rating toward the opponent in the last 10 games was against the Cleveland Cavaliers. We lost that game.
Right.
You fast forward to Charlotte. I peeped it. I said, damn, this is the first time we didn't have the net rating.
Right.
Man. And then we lost.
Yep.
So I'm not saying it's a direct correlation, but tonight we do have a better net rating. So I'm hoping that trend stays the same. I'm kind of leaning on that trend a little bit. And their 3-point defense is trash in the last 10 games. They're giving up 38% from 3. That's what we're averaging. So
yeah, well, that's what I caught the tail end of you talking about our defensive rating has been declining in the last 10 games.
Yes.
That's heavily concerning because look at the last 10 games we played. That's heavily concerning, right?
And what did was you on the members only Sunday?
No, I've been out of the loop because I've been on full daddy daycare mode. So no,
I got you. Listen, man, I understand, but if you get some time, you have to watch that show because I talked about why the 3-point defense was trash.
Okay.
And if you watch that show and you
really
keep looking,
yeah,
you're going to see what I was talking about on that show.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, the defense has been slipping. But it doesn't mean that we're doomed. Because we could start a new trend tonight. You know, I'm just ahead of the curve, and I see these things as they happen, and I could predict the future based on the way our performance is going, whether or not the defense will be good or bad. And I'm just watching multiple 10-game stretches. I watch so many multiple 10-game stretches. This is why I don't care about just the stat, one game stat. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at 10-game stretches and noticing the patterns through time.
Yeah, like that last Cat game, I don't know if you look at, because I dabble every now and then, but I don't know if you look at the Vegas too often, but that was the first game that Cat was a plus 100 on 18 points. I have never seen that. And once I saw that, I said, oh, this is going to be one of those weird Cat games where we don't know what happens. But like you said, I'm not judging his performance off that, but once I saw the 18 plus, he's never at 18 plus points.
What I will tell you is that is not random.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know something. Trust me.
They know something that we don't know. I mean, I get
they definitely know something.
Thunder's defense is definitely, to be accountable for, but I just thought that was a very odd for lack of better words.
Yeah, I don't normally look at the individual stuff. Okay. I look at team stuff mostly.
I got you. And the spread and all that.
Yeah, I look at
they got a fair play right now. I think we're minus 112. Houston's like minus 102 or something like that. So they got it up
minus 1.5. Yep.
Yeah. So
we right there. So and they see something with that.
Yes.
So
I think what my boy said earlier though. I think this is one of those momentum games, get us back in the mode. Yeah. Because who we play after this? What's the next one?
Then we got Memphis, Chicago, then Atlanta, then Boston.
Yeah, all right. So we
can get some wins.
Yeah,
get some wins.
Yeah,
but we got to go to Atlanta. But Atlanta's kind of like New York, but they gonna be riled up. They hate us.
yeah, and it's funny because ain't nobody there. Is anybody there from like the Trae Young days? Is anybody still there? I know
was
Okongwu
there?
From a dice
How long
roll.
was Okongwu there? Was Okongwu, how many years he go back?
I think he got there 3 years.
Maybe 3-4 years?
Yeah.
Nah, so he's after. He's technically after that, the playoffs.
Yeah, because like I said, I think they're all there for the dice roll, but I don't think nobody, except for, like you said, Mitchell Robinson, I think, and maybe Deuce.
Mitch.
They're the last of the Mohicans.
Maybe Deuce. Yep, that's it. Nobody else.
But yeah, that's gonna be an interesting run. Yeah, I'm excited for the game tonight, so we'll see how it plays out. But I ain't gonna hold up too much time. I just wanted to see what the big news was. But yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's what it was. No, yeah, the league is they're trying to really go at this tanking thing, and I didn't expect that.
Yeah, that's a crazy move.
That's crazy.
Does that have anything to do with how we have what's that one player we have in college? The guy that we got and then we sent him down to college, but we still technically on our entitled to us.
Talking about Nanji?
Yeah. Does that have anything to do with that?
Nah. This is a tanking move. This is a move to make teams want to compete because you still can get a good pick even if you make the playoffs. That's what it is. It's kind of like a reverse motivation kind of thing.
Yeah, an incentive. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Well, stay up, buddy.
And that's not it too. There's other things in the proposal, but the crazy part about it is in all 3 proposals, this is in it.
Oh, so that's the consistent one. So that's the one that's guaranteed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
If they make a change, it's going to be in there.
This isn't okay. So it's still in proposal mode.
Right. It's 3 proposals, and they all have this measure. So if one of those measures go, this is in there.
That's the one that's consistent. Okay.
That's the one that's consistent. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be. Well, I'm all for that. Shout out to Adam Silver because that's gonna make the league real interesting.
Of course. But for us and the Nets trade with Mikal, we better be good till at least 2030. Dog, we better not make the goddamn
that's
play in.
That's gonna put my goat in the hot seat, man. I don't want to see Leon Rose in that seat like that. I don't want to see my dog in that seat.
And then,
like that.
Tugboat, I'm not sure. You said you didn't listen to the first half. People were getting it wrong.
I caught the first half.
Oh, you caught the first? Okay, because people were getting it all wrong.
All the way up to the Mikal, yeah.
They were getting it wrong. They had no idea, except my man Gino. Gino caught it. He said, "Yo, man, they about to change the rule." I said, "Damn, how he knew that? This dude be reading his news."
Gino locked in, yeah. Gino locked
in for real. He know his news, dog. I knew somebody was gonna know it.
Yeah, I think the last person I heard was LD. I think that was the last guy I heard.
Yeah, he had a good perspective, but he wasn't on base.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna make it crazy. But yeah. We'll see what happens. You think Cat's gonna have a game tonight? What do you think? You think we're gonna get it right? Or
he led us in scoring last time. He had 26 last time. They really can't, or 25. They can't guard him at all.
Neither can Caruso, but you saw how that went.
Yeah, but that's the number one defense. Remember, they elite paint. Well, Houston's not a bad. Houston's pretty good in the paint too, but the difference is the Thunder are the best paint defense. They're the best.
Right.
Number one. That's all. See. Another thing too, right? And by the way, I got another unfiltered I'm doing. Okay. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna be talking about Towns.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say this. The whole Caruso thing is a bait and switch tactic. They want you to throw the ball there.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring the hard double.
Fruit. Yeah.
And then they want him to pass it because they in the passing lanes. So they want to turn Cat into the facilitator out of double. It's all mind games.
Yeah, it was definitely a trap, but I think it was a trap worth trying though. That's my only thing. I knew it was definitely a trap. But I just thought it was definitely trying. And the last 100%. Part on the first half, when you talk about the dribble Brunson thing, Brunson dribbles less now, but Cat has less points now. How does that work?
Ooh. Well, one thing I'm gonna tell you too, the ball movement has definitely got lessened. Our assist percentage dropped to 64% in the last 10 games, and I don't know, man. They got to figure it out.
Yeah, and when you were talking about,
because remember, that's a bad competition too, right? Remember, we still got the 7 game stretch in that for the record. But go ahead.
Yeah, and then as far as you were talking about Brunson getting his you know, what you say, Cat got an increase in percentage of assists from Brunson.
Oh yeah,
but then,
Brunson's definitely passing in the ball more. Yeah,
but
that's
they're not in the
undisputed.
post. They're at the top of the key. That's my only issue. Is they're not in the post.
Why isn't it in the
key.
post?
I don't know. That's
Why?
the part.
I'm going to tell you why. Look, don't worry. I'm going to tell you why. Yes, I'm going to tell you why.
I'll be on standby then. I'll definitely be on standby for that.
100%. I appreciate you, Tugboat. If you ain't got nothing else.
Yeah, that's it, man. Stay blessed, man.
Big time, no doubt.
All right.
Yeah, I have an answer as to why Cat is not getting the ball in the post. So now, if you're not a channel member, I think you should join the channel, because I'm more than likely going to do a video on that. And then, of course, we'll have members only Sundays. But tonight is the game. I'm definitely going to do a smoke fire tonight. I think this is a game worthy of a smoke fire. So we'll be back tonight. And then tomorrow we'll be back blue and orange. I'm going to try to get it closer to 1 o'clock. Today I had to talk to my lawyer. It's just a lot going on. So I couldn't get on early because sometimes in the morning it's crazy for me. But I'm going to try to get to the 1 o'clock. I'm going to try my best to get to 1 o'clock start time. And then we got Memphis. No Knicks War Room tomorrow, but we will do the Knicks War Room next week, all right? And then blue and oranges throughout the week. And be on the lookout for level-headed Knicks talks. And then, of course, we got the debate on the 13th. But listen, y'all, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. And as always, till next time, let's go.